In this video, I'll show you how to swap out an old toilet for a new one. Let's get right to it. This toilet has been in the house since it was built, over 30 years ago. It's a good quality Kohler, but it's time to replace it. One issue I'll need to address along the way is this counter support bracket, which will get in the way of the new toilet. I'll start by shutting off the water supply and then removing the toilet seat. It is held in place by two plastic screws and nuts that need to be accessed through the main water tank. After flushing the toilet, I'll reach inside to get a good grip to remove the screws. Now technically, I don't need to remove the seat, but it makes it easier to handle without the seat attached. With the seat out of the way, I can begin emptying the remaining water out of the bowl by hand. A small bucket can be used to get most of this water out. If you happen to have a little pump, you could use that too. The last little bit can be dried up with a sponge or paper towel. The remaining water in the tank also needs to be removed, so I'm gonna make a little room by taking out some of the components. The little bucket can be used again here. Next, I'll undo the water line. It's a good idea to replace these water lines when you replace the toilet. They may still look like they're in good condition, but the inside of the tube may be deteriorating, along with the rubber washer. With all the water out of the toilet, air from the sewage pipe can escape directly into the bathroom. Using an old cloth or rag to close the pipe will keep the bad air sealed inside. The toilet is held in place by two nuts, one on each side of the base. You may need to remove little caps to expose these, before undoing both. To protect the bathroom floor, I'm gonna use some of the cardboard from the box of the new toilet. It'll also give me a chance to inspect all the pieces from the new toilet so I know what I'm working with. Using my legs and not my back to lift, I'll carefully rock the toilet a little to free up the base, and then transfer it over to the cardboard piece. If any remaining water spills out, just clean it up with a cloth and then scrape away the old wax seal with a putty knife. This is a pretty messy business, so make sure you use some rubber gloves for this stage. Also clean up the floor around the drain pipe. Again, the cloth can be used to block the bad air from escaping the pipe. In my case, I'm gonna need to remove a portion of the counter mounting bracket. I'll just saw a piece of it away. This section is only a slice of the counter, so the other bracket should easily be able to handle the weight. With the back wall fully exposed, I'll take this opportunity to lay on a coat of paint to clean up the look a little. This shut-off valve is not the same size as the new water supply hose, so I'll have to use an adapter to attach them together. I'll apply 4 or 5 layers of Teflon tape to help prevent any leaks, and then screw on the adapter piece, tightening it with a crescent wrench. In my case, the new toilet comes with a wax ring and a new set of mounting bolts. These are available at any plumbing or big box store if you need to pick them up separately. The bolts go inside little grooves in the flange, and can be secured with little fasteners. Try to align the bolts evenly at 9 and 3 o'clock. I'm next going to position the toilet just in front of the drain pipe, and then place the wax ring over the hole. For visual reference, I'm gonna add some tape on both sides to line up with the bolts so I know where to lower the toilet when I install it. This can be tricky, so it's important to go slowly and not panic if you don't align them immediately. You may need to move the toilet a little until both bolts are lined up. Once in place, I'm gonna gently put my weight onto the rims and rock the toilet back and forth to help it settle into the wax. This floor is a little uneven, so I'll add a couple of wedge shims to stabilize the toilet before securing it. You can pick these up on Amazon for a few dollars. Next, I'll place the washer over the bolt and then screw on the nut piece by hand. At this stage, I'll add a cloth into the toilet hole to seal up the sewage air. The new water line can be added and tightened by hand. Again, I'll use some Teflon tape to wrap the shut-off valve adapter before attaching the water hose. With the toilet base installed, I can remove the cloth and turn on the water valve, checking for leaks. When the tank is filled with water, I'll test flush to make sure it is operating properly. The skirt holes are then covered with caps, and the tank lid is put in place. The new toilet seat can now be installed. This model uses 2 bolts that self-tighten from the top, meaning there is no need to secure the nuts from inside the tank. The seat can be aligned by adjusting the washers. With the caps closed, the install is complete. Well folks, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and if you haven't already, please subscribe.